Well, hello and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last episode, we more or less got Will Powers proven innocent. He's off the hook, but the judge has given me a task of finding out who the real killer is, and I've been given less than a day to do it. So we're at Wright & Co. Law Offices, October 19, 3:27 p.m. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. What? Oh, you. Maya, not Mia. Oh, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, keep going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system they decided to speed up the whole process up. Yeah, I mean, this is basically the justification for why the system is as garbage as it is, but it doesn't deter the fact that Phoenix Wright is a terrible lawyer, the judge is a terrible judge, the system stinks. Anyway. Under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Yeah, indeed, we have no time to waste, so let's have a chat. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai... Oh my god, tongue twisters. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? I hate that. What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. And Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. God, you're so stupid. Where have you been? What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Any ideas? Probably not. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mira's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP, Powers, right? Indeed. So let's go have a chat with Powers to the detention center, which he's still in for some reason. October 19, detention center, visitors room. Oh, it's in the visitors room. Sure. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face before I wipe it off for you? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. This isn't funny. Producer Vasquez, could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer. She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? She was about to say it. He was about to say, sorry. He was about to tell us, and then you interrupted him, Maya. Nothing. Forget it. Never mind. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manoa? Used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmona. I heard he's pretty much beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks, how high, and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Indeed. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth? Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I was started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How can he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Steel Samurai or Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Question mark? Interesting. Alright. The studio, I guess? Oh, hello there. October 19, Global Studios, main gate. ... So many dots. The old Windbag show is quiet today. ... More dots. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. ... Nick! Think a guard's down. Yeah. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. ... You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. Amazing. Alright, producer Vasquez. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets away. She seems better. You not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Director Manila? Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. He treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Hashtag no kink shame. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Call him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Very good. Okay, thanks. Goodbye. Okay. Employee area. Sure. October 19, Global Studios, employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I do want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah. No touching. Eek. Gumshoe, it's been a minute. How you been, my dude? Oh, sorry, Pad. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on the table. Wait, you're looking for some sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Interesting. The plate. Have a chat. So you're looking for traces of sleeping pills? How? For a thorough examination, I got to take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change colour. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? No, everything in due time, pal. Indeed. ... Well, the testing solution on the plate changed colour, alright? So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. The plot thickens. No, it doesn't. We knew that. Looks like it. Date plate added to the court record. The investigation? How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I'll buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Edgeworth, though. Prosecutor Edgeworth. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa! Whoa! So cool! Talk about burns, pal.
Wow! The fury of Edgeworth!
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. So, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, a bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep. Sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. I was Phoenix Wright for once. Huzzah! I can use that. Very good. Thanks. Thanks, my dude. To the dressing room.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No!
Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, the producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything, she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know. Filth, muck, dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Question.
What do you mean, The Last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shot, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kid shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Studio policy? Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How could they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? That's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Evidence! Here, take a look at this. Scrapbook, I guess.
And this is...
A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show couldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. ...
You're right. Okay, but what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Can you tell us then?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammonds' fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Hammer?
That's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid of what would happen to his career if a word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know?
Thanks, we'll try asking her. Oh, I'm sure, if she'll talk, yeah, I'm sure she will talk to us. Unlikely. Unlikely.
What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who did anything make Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. You start to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe you should keep a safe distance.
5 years ago. Tell me about 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh, God. She mad.
Who told? Who did you hear that from? Nichols? Nichols?
Nichols?
Nichols! Nick! Penny Nichols! That assistant we talked to.
Oh, right. Yeah. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during the filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers? Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You know, I do have proof. I do indeed. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Indeed. Thus he was asleep, and Hammers has got the fingerprints on the sleeping pills. Here's my proof.
What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammers' fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers?
Okay. With a steak. Food. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so?
This is the plate that I used to eat that steak. There were traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. More dots. Oh, she's calmed down. That's nice.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, you see. Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag?
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident, a fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Oh, Miss Oldbag. Here, take this.
A photograph. Look at this photograph. Oh my god. Wait a second. What kind of angle is that picture being taken? How did they get that?
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
But we're supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushing over actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this? My question exactly.
It was a long time ago. I don't much like talking about it. Don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. Also, I don't have any logical reason for how or why this photo exists, but I'll, you know. Here you go. Okay, cool. Right. Well, we've picked up a lot. So there is evidence with the plate. That's going to be useful. There's a whole thing in the back. D. Vasquez is looking super sus. The finger definitely is pointing that way. So how are we going to pick up on this? What else are we going to find? We will find out next time on Phoenix Wright. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you then. Bye!